In the first few days of 2026, a very good news was received from the government. The first advanced GDP numbers of the year show that India's GDP growth rate will be 7.4% this year, which is far ahead of all previous estimates and projections. After this, we saw an atmosphere of celebration on TV channels. BJP spokesperson came on the channel and started patting their backs. Meanwhile, the IT cell was also celebrating on social media, saying, "Good days are coming." But amidst all this celebration, we find stock markets in free fall in early January. Trump's 500% tariff threat sent the Sensex tumbling by over 2,000 points. Meanwhile, foreign portfolio investors and foreign institutional investors pulled out nearly $1 billion from our market earlier this year. And to prevent the rupee from slipping past 90, the RBI spent dollars like water, nearly 10. And no matter how good the GDP figures are shown in the media and the government announces them, the condition of common people is still the same. Neither income is increasing nor expenses are decreasing, nor is their employment and savings are negligible. Those who have jobs now fear that the situation could worsen at any time. Then the question is that when we are saying that India is the fastest growing major economy, so why aren't we seeing this development? Why aren't we feeling this growth? After all, we are also a part of this economy. So is the government telling us the truth about GDP? Are the GDP figures being reported truthfully? Modi government does not want us to get into the maths, and the government also knows that it is not easy for the people to get into the maths of GDP. Because for that, you'll need to understand the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP, and you'll need to understand the input. The inflation adjustment flaws will need to be studied. Old series and new series base year analysis will be required. Unorganized sector coverage and discrepancies in measurement will need to be taken into account. But even after doing all this, the whole night will pass and the conclusion will not be clear. But there is a better and easier way to understand the truth behind our GDP numbers. That is, the things that we can see and measure, whose figures cannot be hidden so easily, and if the GDP was doing well, then these sectors also had to do well. These numbers also had to improve, such as how much money is being invested in the country, how many jobs are being created in the country, and how productive those jobs are. On what things are the 1 or 2% of the country's population spending? How is it benefiting country? What is the condition of different sectors of the country, and have we been able to become Vishwa Guru in manufacturing? We are often described as the world's fastest growing economy. But if this is true, then why did foreign investors take out 1.66 lakh rupees crore from our country's market last year? What do they know that we don't know or aren't being told? If you ask yourself all these questions, the truth will automatically come out. After that, we can definitely talk about solutions. Before that, it is important to know the crisis and Jumla. Before we delve into the ground reality of GDP, let me clarify that this discussion of GDP is not academic. GDP numbers will impact your personal life and mine, your wallet and mine, no matter how optimistic the growth estimate is shown. But when the economy is in turmoil, jobs will be uncertain. There will be uncertainty. Income will not be secure. Amidst this turmoil, the biggest risk for us is our health and incidents related to our life. That is why make a pledge in 2026 that you will invest a small portion of your income in that area, where you will find support in bad times. One illness, one accident, and you will find yourself straight at the hospital gate. And if you do not have health insurance, then you can assume that everything from your pocket to your bank account will go into downfall. And if tomorrow something happens that the sole bread earner of family is no longer in this world, then the family will go into emotional as well as financial downfall. In such a situation, term insurance comes in handy, which is the purest form of life insurance. This at least provides financial security to your family in your absence. By paying a small premium every month, you can get insurance cover ranging from lakhs to crores in both these insurances. Nowadays, some health insurance plans are such that they cover many existing diseases from day one. There's no GST charge on insurance. This is a positive step by the government. So you will get much more coverage for the same amount, with the same premium. I've included a link in the description. Go and see for yourself, see what the features and facilities are, who's giving how much benefits, who is established. You also get a discount of 15 to 25% on purchasing the plan online. Do check it out and make your future secure. Anyways, back to the story. On the one hand, we are happy with the good GDP numbers, but on the other hand, it is a matter of shame that International Monetary Fund has given us C grade in terms of our national accounts data, close to the failed D grade. We have been given this honor because the data and info used to determine our GDP numbers is outdated or flawed, like the base year is outdated. We are using 2011-12 Deflation requires using the wholesale price index. We are using the producer price index, or PPI. Discrepancies have also been observed in the calculation of GDP by the IMF and the CPI basket of things which are taken into consideration. It's completely outdated. Basically, all the macroeconomic data is flawed. Maybe deliberately, so that numbers look good and truth does not come out. On top of that, the huge non-agricultural unorganized sector in our country which contributes nearly 30% to our economy, we do not have any correct way to assess it. The output of this sector is measured by This is not the end of this discussion. This is just the beginning. We will continue with more on this topic, uncover more ground realities, ask tougher questions, and bring you facts that truly matter. Stay connected with Learning Has No Limit, because understanding the truth is the first step towards change.